We don't only bring you videos on Facebook and YouTube, but listen to our audio only, where you'll get shows like Cheryl Underwood and Blues Time in the City. You can pick us up at www.kuaw.org or go to the TuneIn app and search KUAW. Listen to us. We're on 24 hours a day. That's KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station. And this is what you hear every day from noon till 2. Don't miss the Cheryl Underwood Show.
Education, credit black. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is Lyne't with the Lyne't Gray Show. And we are here today, Tuesday, February 2nd, 2021, here on KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, Kansas City's first global community radio station. You are most likely listening to the Lyne't Gray Show on KUAW-radio here on Facebook, but we also stream live on KUAW Radio on Twitter and on YouTube and Twitter. I found out we don't stream live on Instagram because they have their own platform, but it streams on the Instagram platform as live. But you can watch us live, and you can also listen to us by tuning into the TuneIn app and just typing in the letters KUAW. Our email, if you have any show ideas, our email is kuaw985@gmail.com. Our telephone number is 816-599-6893. Our website is kuaw.org. So if you don't do social media or you don't know how to use Twitter or TuneIn, you can literally watch the shows live on kuaw.org. We have an ongoing station fundraiser that gives us the amazing upgrades to the station. I tell people, if you go back and watch my initial shows from 2018, it was dark and, audio worked half the time. We didn't have multi-cameras. It was just shoot from way over there. So we're doing a lot of upgrades thanks to your generous donations. KUAW has a lot of amazing shows. The show that comes on right before me, Tyrone Gathers Jr., Source of the Inkwell, is a show about education from an educator, and he keeps it very real when it comes to education, to the point that, some people don't like it in the education field with him, but that's okay. He doesn't care. We have shows about real estate. We have shows about dancing. We have a comedy show, Miss Janelle Banks, who is one of Kansas City's top rated comics. Hey, Janelle, Team Icy Hot. But I just encourage you all to not just watch the Lyne't Gray Show, but watch all of the shows. We will have a report coming in from my son, Jorge Fuller for the people. It's called Dos Minutos with Jorge. I don't speak Spanish, so it's coming out awkward. But I am excited, y'all, because we have two guests. We will get to our guests, but we have to do the Dos Minutos with Jorge Fuller, because Kansas City, a lot of people do not know, Kansas City has right now an undefeated women's professional boxer. Y'all, undefeated from Kansas City, women's professional boxer. She's sitting right here, Miss Danielle Bennett, Hollywood Danny. So we are super excited. And then we have her coach, and he had his inaugural debut as a professional coach, and he got the W. So, and if y'all see their work ethic that they put in with Against the Grain LLC team, ATG, you will absolutely understand how she was prepared for this fight. I'm going to make some announcements before we get to the interview and before we get to Jorge Fuller's Dos Minutos with Jorge. Oh, I said it right. I am putting up a series of videos on my Facebook page. Those videos are helping you. My focus is building Black wealth. And here's the thing, here's the issue. We, in 2020, the Black community as a whole, even with our billionaires like Oprah and Jay-Z and the Johnsons and stuff like that, we will have a zero net worth as a community. So what that means is zero net worth means you have zero political power, you have zero financial power, you have zero educational power, you have zero healthcare power, you have no power. And so I have taken the task, which I tell people was imparted to me by God when I was reading it, because I was so irritated the whole time. And the thing that I have done is, in my lifetime of living and doing a whole bunch of wrong stuff, I did some right things. And the right things were my ability to open businesses, contract with the government, make money, know how to purchase things in business name, know how to build business credit, things of that nature. So I am sharing that with you free of charge. Most people will put you through a forum or whatever they call it, whatever forum, or you got to go in and pay to go in and watch. And then when you pay to go in or you go in for free, they're going to hit you with this big old package. I promise the information that you get from my videos that are on my page, you will pay upwards of $5,000 for this video. By the time, see you later, Tyrone. By the time they get done nickel and diming you for all of this information, you will pay. Now, I'm going to clear this up now because I have a lot of people requesting that I help them fill out forms. I charge $500 for 2 hours. Every hour after that, I'm cutting you slack and charging you $150. I broke it down step by step. Take your time. You can do it. I promise you, you can. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Just take your time. And if you have any questions, calling the entity that you're filling the application out on, here's the secret. Calling that entity is free. Now, you might have to wait 2 to 3 hours on the phone. But that's why you call on your cell phone, walk around with your Bluetooth, cook, do whatever, go grocery shopping. Just make sure you have something that you can record the information they're saying on. That being said, please utilize, because a lot of people don't understand the power of registering a minority-owned business. They don't understand the power of being able to contract with the government for anything. Y'all, we leave billions on the table. I think 2019, I think they said they had like 90 billion in contracts that did not get fulfilled. And you don't even have to, me being a truck driver, can just simply read the contract and go apply for a contract in healthcare if I can do the job, or if okay, I'm explaining to you all something. I'm a truck driver and I was reading the contracts, and there was a contract that was a $30 million contract to run fiber optics through Kentucky. All I had to do, had I been prepared, was just go in, apply for this contract, go to Kentucky and find the people who specialize in running fiber optics in Kentucky, and I would have had a $30 million contract. Son, turn down your phone. Turn down your phone. Your phone is giving feedback. Can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. Why don't I hear him in my mic? Is my mic on? Probably not. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on. I was turning on my laptop too.
Okay. Okay.
Can you hear me now better?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you doing today, son?
I'm well. I'm glad to be able to jump on. I just had a great book club meeting with the block. That's Brothers Liberating Our Community. So I was like, let me come here and drop my knowledge before we roll out.
Yes, absolutely. Please do. Please do. Thank you so much. What do you have for us this week? I'm not going to hold you.
So this week I wanted to take a little step back from politics and do a little bit of social studies. It is the very first week of the Black History Month, and I've been hearing a whole lot of people talk this mess of like, oh, we Black History all year long. Why do we? No, we gonna celebrate Black History Month
Yes.
in homage to Carter G. Woodson.
Yes.
History Week was made in 1926. We're not gonna take that away in 2021.
Absolutely. Come on now.
So
Thank you for saying that. Thank you.
Say, like, for those people that are questioning why we have Black History Month, do a little bit of research. I wrote an article last year titled Sankofa to Awakening, Homage to Honoring Black History Month. It is on Medium. I'll put the link in the chat. But I wanted to make sure people go and read some of the history that has been present, because in 1975 is when we turned it to Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to also celebrate KUAW. 5 years ago, I was privileged to perform and be a guest at the opening day, and it's housed at now the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center. That's Black history right
Mm-hmm.
there. Then I got to honor Councilman Brandon Ellington, who was our House of Representatives for the state of Missouri. He made a bill. Desmond Your son Desmond asked, why don't we celebrate Malcolm X? I said, no, we already got that done in the state of Missouri. Brandon Ellison made that happen, creating a bill and passed it for Malcolm X Day.
Yes,
That's
and
Black
we
History as
celebrated
well.
it in the Capitol since 2012. And I want to point out the last state to free the slaves was the first state to, in the Capitol, in the state Capitol, celebrate Malcolm X. Go ahead.
Right. And then got to drop again another Kansas City, but this on a national level so that people can see that flow. I've done state, I've done local, I've done state. Here's the national level. Our first black African American mayor was Congressman Emmanuel Cleaver II, and that was right here in Kansas City, Missouri. And as we continue to say, why is Black History Month? Why can't we celebrate it all year, or why don't we celebrate it in February when you diminish the works of these people because we did not get a chance before 1926 to honor and take homage to all of those efforts that we did to the world. We have to make sure we celebrate and honor it now.
Absolutely.
At least a whole month. So you got 28 days to be blackety black, blacker than you want to be. Because if you go off and say that we're not our ancestors, you're absolutely right.
Because we ain't strong like they were. Come on now.
Dream.
Thank
you.
you.
Our grandparents' premonitions. We are our parents' prayers, and we are our future's hopes. And that was just my 2-minute word. I don't want to take too much of your time because I see we have an undisputed champion on the line.
She ain't the champ yet, but yet she will be the champ. But she's not yet, but she's undisputed women's boxer here in Kansas City. So.
No, that's we just speaking into existence.
We already claiming this. We already know.
That's it.
Well, thank you, son. I thank you so much for calling in, and you are right. This is our month, as you say, to be blackety black, black, black. And it doesn't matter if you're black 365, you be extra black for Black History Month. Keep posting your Black History facts. I challenge everyone to post their Black History facts coming from their families as well, because your family has made Black history as well. Thank you, son. I love you. I will talk to you next week.
Thank you. Love you again. # Bullet for the people.
All righty. Put your information in the comments, son. Love you. Have you turned them on? Okay. All righty. And we are back. Now we get to talk to the undisputed women's boxer from Kansas City, Hollywood Danielle Bennett. Y'all, I am so excited. I was so upset at the venue because they wouldn't let us pay our $20 to get on and watch it. But I had a friend, I'm not going to say what country because I ain't trying to get him in trouble, but he was impressed and he saw the fight, and you now have a fan. So you have more than just that fan, but you have an international fan. Hey. So, I mean, that's a beautiful thing. First things first, tell me what it felt like going into the fight.
I was ready. I was excited. The nerves kind of set in whenever we were about 10 or 15 minutes out. Mm-hmm. It was like, it's here. It's time. Yeah, I felt like I was fully prepared. It's just like I hadn't fought in almost, since 2019.
Yeah, because of COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was just a little bit of rust and just those little jitters that you get, little butterflies.
That is so awesome. And so, Coach, I'm excited because it's Coach Courtney's inaugural debut as a professional coach, and he got the W. How you feel, Coach?
I feel good. I mean, I probably was as nervous, if not more, than her, but I couldn't show it though.
Yeah. You had to keep your head.
Game face.
You had to keep that game face so she could stay.
So she could stay
in the game. Yes, right. Absolutely. So, what is okay? So we saw your preparation. When I tell y'all, she prepares to win. I always tell people, people get upset, and I tell my sons, and they play athletics. I say, you remember Coach Price said, practice makes permanent, which means the way you practice is the way you're going to do it. And so that's why I admire the way you train your fighters, and when you put them up there, because you train them as if they can't do anything lazily, which I love. So in your preparations, I watched you prepare. mentally, I saw your physical preparation. What was your mental preparation for this?
This training camp was a long training camp because the fight had got pushed back from the original date. And so we went an extra 30 days of training camp, and it was a little rough that last 30 days, physically and emotionally.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it you said physically and emotionally. So when you say emotionally, does it make you go, ugh, do I really want to do this, or what goes through your emotions?
Well, I say because we kind of ran into a few bumps in the road.
Okay.
I want to let Coach Court hit on that one.
Go ahead, Coach.
We did. The first incident was Danny ended up with fluid on her knee.
Ooh.
So that took us 2 weeks to heal. So we had to get real creative as far as her making weight and training.
Yeah.
So that made me step my game up.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
But I look at it all like a blessing because it made me go to a different place. I'm like, we got to do it, so I got to figure it out.
You got to figure it out. Yeah.
After that, 2 weeks, she came up with plantar fasciitis.
Oh.
If you know what plantar fasciitis
is. Yes, the foot. Yep.
Yeah.
It's when you plant your foot wrong.
I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
It's painful.
I had it.
Yep, I had it too.
So she got that, and it took us 3 more weeks to try to get. Danielle couldn't even run.
Man,
she couldn't jog.
And that's important for training for boxing.
To try to cut that weight.
Yeah.
And conditioning. So
couldn't jump rope, can't do nothing with plantar fasciitis.
She can barely get in the ring and move, at times. So again, I had that girl sitting on stools, punching bags, just to try to burn everything off. And we had to ride the bike more than we did running and battle ropes. But we got it done. We got it done.
But that's a testament to you as a coach, because as a coach, he said, I'm not going to let her damage anything worse. I'm going to figure out how she can do this exact same thing, still make weight, still stay healthy, still stay active, not sit out. And so that's a testament to you as a fighter, though.
And the best thing about it is through all the obstacles that we had to overcome, I still felt 100% prepared for the fight. I felt like our game plan, I felt like our conditioning was there. I felt like everything was still in motion to be successful. I think just because we had those little bumps in the road, it don't mean that we didn't overcome them. And I feel
absolutely. Well, we know you overcame them.
That
W.
Yeah.
But you know what? I will say this, and this is what I always tell people about bumps in the road. Bumps in the road actually prepare you for if you are to see it again. Because I have a son, and my son played football in high school, and he wound up with a lacerated liver in 3 places from a tackle. It wasn't even a tackle. He came down on top of the cornerback as he was catching the ball, and he lacerated his liver. And they did amazing that year. And the following year, the coach had another freshman come in, and that freshman had a lacerated liver. He's like, oh, I know what that is. Call his mom.
Right.
So, now even when you get other bodies, you're already gonna know how to fix it. You get what I'm saying? And you now know how to handle those situations in your body. So, okay. So now that you're done with your fight, this is my favorite question to ask people who completed and won or whatever. What did you eat afterwards? Because I know y'all keep a strict diet.
Well, after weigh-ins, we went to Olive Garden and loaded up on the pasta. I say loaded up, but I don't think I ate as much as I thought I did.
You probably didn't, because you had to make weight, so your stomach would not stretch like it would, like you wanted it to.
I think I was actually sick in the room. Like, my stomach is too full.
Yeah.
And then after the fight, it was kind of late, so everything was closed. So we went to, I think it was called Sizzlers or something like that. Yeah, it was it was kind of like bar food restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had a Philly cheesesteak, some French fries, and some ranch, and it was delicious.
We ate. I think everybody gained some weight.
Hey, but when you celebrate, you're supposed to celebrate.
Right.
Yeah, you're supposed to make sure you enjoy it. I always say enjoy it and remember it the following morning. That's the best celebration. Celebrate like you're kindergartner. So analyzing your opponent, what did you, because I know we always analyze them before the match. Right. And then once you get in there, what did you see that helped you get the advantage to win? What did you notice?
It was honestly my coaches, Coach Court and Coach Bob. Like they called it right on the money. She was gonna throw that right, and she was gonna lead with the 1-1-2, and they completely prepared me for that. Did
Awesome.
I follow the plan exactly? No.
So, Coach, tell us what happened. What did he say?
I'm gonna let her tell it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let her tell it.
Well, we had a really good game plan, and now that the fight's over, if I would have stuck to it, it would have been an easier fight for me. I made the fight a little harder than it had to be. I think that was due to the nerves, but
It happens.
Yeah.
yeah, she was good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she had experience. She was solid. She was a solid fighter. Probably one of the best that I've been in the ring with so far.
Wow.
So I had to come through it. I had to turn up a little bit.
but you did it. So okay. So here's my thing. When is their next fight?
We just got to figure that out now.
Okay.
Their fight that they had was so good that her promoter jumped in the ring and asked for a rematch, and we may be headed back out to Utah.
Ooh, wait. See now, okay. Whoever ran that fight, hopefully y'all see this, because I am highly upset that I didn't get to see it. It wouldn't even take my $20.
That's crazy.
And that's crazy. I was trying to pay to watch the fight and didn't get to see it. So that means I missed a good fight. So yeah. So you ready for the rematch or?
Yeah, because I know I got a lot of tools that are still brand new in the toolbox. Because I didn't use a lot of different things that would have been nice.
But you know what? That's good though, because she didn't get to see them.
Yeah,
Right.
It ain't on tape. It's not in their memory, and she don't know what you got. You know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
The silver lining to that is she still figured it out.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't go in with we didn't execute our game plan, but she still figured it out.
That's a good fighter.
We had to bring her back to the corner. You know what I mean? I'm yelling at her, "Hey man, where your footwork at? What you doing? Come on now!" But we figured it out,
and awesome.
We still, to give you a statistic, she was tough. Now the girl was tough. She was stronger than I expected.
Oh wow!
She had over maybe 50 to 60 amateur bouts. She knocked out her first opponent.
Whoa!
We walked in there. Danielle has 6 fights total right now. Four amateur bouts under her belt and 2 pro bouts. She was supposed to beat us. And they thought that when they saw her record.
They knew it was. They just thought it was an easy win.
It was gonna be an easy win. And that's what I figured. And I was like, when I saw her first video, I broke her down and I said, we can beat her.
Yeah.
Just go in there and get it. We got to get her name. Yeah. We got to get her fan because she got everything. She got a personal gym at her,
wow. So she's pro.
She's a darling. Like, she's the Utah girl.
Wow.
But she was tough.
Yeah.
She was tough.
Yeah.
She was tough.
So you already know that when she comes back, she's going to go do some Rocky training.
Oh yeah.
So
I have my feet and my knee this time.
Yeah, but that's the. Come on now, you got in there and won, and your knee and your foot come. Kudos, you as we say in the hood, you's a bad chick all day long.
That's a bad girl.
That's bad girl, man. And then you didn't even have your full range of motion body to train. That speaks to discipline and love for what you do and the ability to be disciplined and not give up. That is inspiring. So now that and that's something that you said, all those fights and everything. So now that you got your feeling, you don't have to tell your actual plans, but what do you project? What do you see for yourself?
We're gonna be world champions. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We're gonna take it one fight at a time. We're not rushing. We're not overlooking anybody. We're not gonna underestimate anybody.
Absolutely.
We're gonna go into every single fight prepared to win.
Yes,
and that's what I plan on doing, is winning and becoming the ultimate
champion. Yes, like Jorge said, the undisputed women's champion.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Because here's the thing, and this is what I love that you said, we're not gonna underestimate anybody, because you were seriously underestimated. Yeah. And you got in there and she had to take that W in her hometown. Yeah. And so I love it when people say, I'm going to prepare as if this is the end all of end alls and I got to make this thing work. Yeah. So what did you notice? You said she leads with her right all the time. Mm-hmm. What else did you notice about her?
It was at 112, and she was aggressive. I mean, she was wanting to fight. Like, yeah, she was definitely ready. Yeah, it wasn't. She's
a pro fighter.
It wasn't just she wasn't gonna give me the win. I had to earn it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the. I was told by a man who's formerly a pro fighter. He said the difference between pro and amateur is you got to take it from a pro. Yeah. You have to take it. He said some of the fights are, not fair, judges. Yeah. He said, but you still got to get in there and take it from a pro. So, Coach. And I know Coach is just beaming.
I'm all right.
What did you experience there that showed you, you don't have to tell people what you're going to do, but showed you some different things from the coaching standpoint?
I learned that, and I learned that sometimes people don't bring their plan B with them. Mm-hmm. She got repetitive in there, and she became real predictable. And it was like, and I'm telling Danielle, throw your left hand, you connect every time, because she did the same thing over and over and over. I like to match wits. You know, that's how I feel like. Yes. I'm watching their coach. I'm watching her body language. I'm watching everything. Yes. In the ring. I watch her walk back to her stool. If she was drooping or
right, you gotta watch.
I'm watching everything. Yeah. So I'm watching the coach, and you can tell when a person is like when Danielle came back. I was a little hot. Like, hey. Wake up. What you doing? Yeah. Let's go. You know, but they were comfortable. And I was like, okay, so there's not going to be an adjustment here. Yeah. So go after it. Let your left hand go after it. And sooner or later, she quit trying to pump the jab. I mean, she threw it, but it wasn't meaningful. Like, I'm trying to hit you. It's like, I'm going to throw this right hand. And then she just kept doing the same thing over and over again. And Danielle started moving her feet. What she did great was move back and not let the right hand connect so much.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So that's what I learned. Again, I'm a chess player. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm watching everything. They'll tell you I'm watching everything. You know, I'm watching you before we even get in the ring. You know, what can I see? You know what I mean? Like are your eyes excited, or can I see fear in you? Do I read fear? And,
right. Yeah. And that's a real coach. A real coach observes everything. I mean, because the entire camp and when you look at the camp around the person and you look at the person who's boxing, the boxer, you can observe basically how they train. Like you said, right. They didn't train for a B, because if they trained for a B, the coach would have called it.
She would have made an adjustment.
She would have made a serious adjustment. So that's a beautiful thing. It is 8:29. We got 2 minutes here on KUAW. Please stick with us. We're going to commercial break. We will be back in 2 minutes. It's the Lyne't Gray Show with Hollywood Danny, Danielle Bennett, and Coach Courtney of a team ATG Against the Grain. See you back in 2 minutes.
All right, you're listening to KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station. We don't only bring you videos on Facebook and YouTube, but listen to our audio only, where you'll get shows like Cheryl Underwood and Blues Time in the City. You can pick us up at www.kuaw.org or go to the TuneIn app and search KUAW. Listen to us. We're on 24 hours a day. That's KUAW Radio, Kansas City's global community radio station. And this is what you hear every day from noon till 2. Don't miss the Cheryl Underwood Show.
Where you at, baby? Sure, I'm at my first alma mater, Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia. CAU was the first HBCU in the southern United States. Shout out to our affiliate ATL Talks in Atlanta, Georgia, and everyone getting out there to vote for those 2 Senate seats. We love you.
That's what I'm talking.
You are listening to KUAW Radio, home of the all-new Jamal Bakes Show, and I'm Jamal Bakes, and thank you so very much for listening to the station bringing you talk, news, entertainment that you won't get anywhere else. KUAWN, of and about our community.
This is the last weekend before Christmas, and on Blue Simon the City, we're wrapping up our all Christmas blues and Southern Soul program.
Gene Bailey.
We have a very special guest that you will definitely enjoy, and we'll hear from some of the artists that sing the Christmas blues. Join me, Gene Bailey, for Blue Simon the City this weekend before Christmas, right here.
This is comedian Janelle Banks, and you are listening to KUAW, Kansas City.
KUAW listeners, this is Carl Boyd for Wave Your Grades, coming to you every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. right here on KUAW. This program features American students striving for excellence in honor of our troops and American veterans.
And we're back. Thank you for sticking with the Lyne't Gray Show here on KUAW. And we are here with Hollywood Danny, our undefeated women's champion. We are claiming undisputed women's champion. And her coach, Coach Courtney Epperson from Team ATG Against the Grain. And we were just talking during the break, and she was talking. I asked her, had she slept? And she said, no, she's been looking at her phone. But go ahead.
Yeah, just studying, just going back and looking at the film. Like, I've watched it probably a million times already, and it's just like every time I watch it, I see something new, something that, man, if I would have just did this, then it would have been a different, like, I don't know. There's just so many different things I could have did.
But you know, the beautiful thing is, like I was just telling them, I was a Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality fan long before he passed away. But one of the things Kobe said is whether he won or he lost, he always reanalyzed his game over and over and over again to perfect the things that he saw that he didn't like. And so now, you know, like you said, you're going back and you're watching and you're noticing different things. And so now it's going in your memory banks because, as Coach Court said, you're an intelligent fighter. So you're going to see a situation and be able to do it. Somebody calling in? All right. We have a caller calling in. So we thank y'all for calling in. Oh, well, maybe we don't have a caller. I don't know. Oh, oh, Miss Sugar Lee Lewis.
Sugar Lee Lewis.
Is that, she's a,
Sounds familiar from Facebook.
oh, it's a guy. Oh, okay. Sugar Lee, hello. Thank you for calling into the Lyne't Gray Show.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. What do you have to say?
Hey, I just wanted to say that I was really proud of her and her performance at the fight. I met her after the fight. I was really, really, really impressed because she walked in and she was this skinny, tall chick, and everybody was just, I could just hear everybody just like, oh, she's about to get knocked out. She's about to lose because MG is the golden girl here in Utah, okay?
Coach Court was just saying that, yeah.
And it was really an upset for everybody. There was people frowning at her, but I like that she came out to that gospel music. You know, she's from the South like me. I'm from Arkansas, but I live here in Utah, and I was just feeling her whole vibe. Like, big ups to the coach, man. She was slick, man. She was in there looking like Floyd Mayweather, man. I was like, what? I did not expect it. She had MG in there looking like that was her first fight. Like, she was very, very repetitive, and I was like, oh my God, you know. So it was very impressive, and I just wanted to call in and say how proud I was of her, you know, especially being from the South. And I was rooting for her, and I'm still rooting for her. She's going to be a world champion one day.
Hey, I appreciate that
Thank
for
you.
real. And
Thank
I know
you.
that you're chasing your dreams too. So
Most
keep
definitely.
working hard. Get back in the gym, man. I see you out there grinding. So keep doing you.
Oh yeah, you know it.
Ah,
We're
yeah.
gonna be world champion too. But
Yes,
just
sir.
about you, man. Good fight, man.
Thank you. I
You guys have
appreciate
a
that.
good rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling in, Sugar
Thank
Lee.
you.
We appreciate it. Oh,
That's
that is
cool.
awesome. I mean,
That's cool. That's cool.
that is awesome. I mean,
That's
how,
cool.
you know, how does it feel? I see her
That's
eyes
cool.
are just glowing now.
That's
Both
cool.
y'all, they eyes just turned up
That's
and started glowing even more because they experienced it, so they know they were there. So, I mean, that is the most beautiful thing. And I want to say this: no matter where you from, when you support her, when you get behind her, you're getting behind a winner, y'all. I promise you that you are getting behind, because I'm one of those people. When y'all see me hype up something, that means that I truly believe in it. And I am one of I seem to be a very, very positive, encouraging person. I will encourage a person who can't draw to get lessons. But when you see me hype and just excited, that means it's the real deal. And I'm excited about this. So, without giving away how you won, what was, dang, I can't even ask that question. I don't even want to ask that question. We're going to throw that question out, because I was going to ask you what was the one thing you did to, dominate, but we ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that, because I don't like giving
Ask
away.
you.
Go ahead. Okay, so what was the one thing that you realized actually worked when you started to win those last 3 rounds, and you was like, wait a minute, I got her now?
Yeah, Coach Core told me to start letting that left hand go, and then he kept telling me to follow with the hook. I didn't follow with the hook as much as I should had, and there was a lot of backhand uppercuts that I missed a lot of opportunities with as well. But I mean, the adjustment was my left. Let it go. Be confident in it.
Just time. Step back in timing.
Yeah.
Because she was, like I said, she was coming forward.
Yeah.
You know, with that she wanted that right hand bad.
She wanted to land.
And I'm like,
that was her game
that was the
plan.
game
It
plan.
had
She was
to.
throwing that boy too.
She was letting that joker fly.
Wow.
I mean, to the point where she'd miss and be turning a circle.
Wow. She was doing like Mike Tyson. She was trying to throw them knockout punches.
Man.
Yeah.
She Danny got an injury from one of them. She that landed in the chest.
Ooh wee.
She cracked. She caught us. She was letting that, man. She was letting that thing go.
Wow.
So I was just like, just step back from it.
Yeah.
Time it.
Yeah.
Let the left hand go. She'll be there. She'll be there. You hit her.
Yeah.
And she did it.
And yeah, because she's exposed when she throws that right.
Yeah.
She's fully exposed, especially she throwing it that hard. She don't have, once you counter with that left, you got her. Yeah.
That's all he had to really say. And then after I started, I kind of settled in a little bit, and I started seeing it. And then I just used my footwork, my speed behind it, and it just kind of started coming together for me.
And that's the beautiful thing about the way you train them, though. I watch how you train them with hand speed, footwork, all of that. And they are not, I always say you train ambidextrous, ambifooterish, whatever word for the feet, fighters. His fighters can switch. That's the beautiful thing about y'all, is that y'all can switch. Now, training, because you already know, she going back, like I said, she gonna go back and do her Rocky training. What are you? How long are you gonna take off and then go back, or what y'all doing?
We'll go back whenever. As soon
Yeah.
as Danny's healed up,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll
That's
take
true.
it whenever. I mean,
That's
if
true.
they want to make the call, we'll go.
That's true. I
Let's
love
go.
it.
Yeah,
I love it. And when make it a stipulation that when you go back, we got to be able to watch the fight. now.
Right.
Come on now, y'all.
I'm
And
ready to start training again. It's crazy because like before the fight, like it was such a long. I was like, man, I just want to fight. Like
Yeah.
I'm done training. Like I'm
Yeah.
tired of just practice. And then now it's like, oh, I need to practice. Like
Yeah.
we got to get back in the gym ASAP. Like,
Yeah.
Like
And even if you
immediately.
like Coach had you doing, even if you give the knee and the foot a rest and do the training that he had you doing,
Yeah.
but that's that professional fighter coming out of you now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so much. There's so much more. Like it's just like we're just scratching the surface, and it's like I feel it. Like I just feel it in my bones. Like I know it's what we're supposed to be doing.
I feel it too, y'all. I ain't playing. From the first time when he sent me this video, and he sent me a video, he said, "Sis, check her out." And I was watching. I was like, whoa! and my son said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm watching a fight, and it ain't even fair. It's not even a fair fight." But I mean, that is something that, and we know from watching you that this is what you were meant to do. This is where you were meant to rise. It was God's plan for you, and I truly, truly appreciate you walking in. And Coach, I'm gonna keep thanking you for taking on girls, because you have a little girl, of course, but you took on a woman. You took on another lady boxer. So
got another one coming.
Stay tuned.
Hey, watch it. The Matrix.
Stay tuned.
Oh my goodness.
Coming.
Y'all ain't ready for Team ATG. I promise you that. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. So and can you at least tell, well, nah, don't tell us what weight class. Don't tell us none of that. We just gonna let her.
What's she? About 142, 141, something like that?
I think she'd be a good 45, 47. Somewhere in the 40s.
Wow. Oh, you trying to just dominate every.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. This is so exciting. Okay, so that's another thing I was going to ask you. I'm put you on the spot. Where's our Team ATG gear? Because I went to go check, and I was like, I don't even have.
It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even have any Team ATG gear to wear.
It's in the process.
Okay.
It's coming.
So yeah, and this is hashtag.
You're gonna be the first one.
Thank you.
You're gonna be the first one.
Yes.
And I'll pay extra to have mine rhinestone studded. I wanted rhinestone studded.
You ain't paying for nothing. Just tell me what you want.
I sure will. But this is hashtag Hollywood Danny. I want to stop and say this, because a lot of people say, oh, how do I follow her? How do I follow Team ATG? Hashtag Team A-T as in Tom, G, or Against the Grain, ATG. Hashtag Team ATG. Hashtag Hollywood Danny, D-A-N-I. So that's how you can find Team ATG. He's got the boxing ballerina, and she's not here tonight, but hashtag boxing ballerina. So, I mean, everybody, I'm encouraging y'all to get on board, because, everybody always ride the wave when they start to win. Right. You get what I'm saying? Right. She's already a winner, so you ain't got to catch no wave. She already caught the wave. And it's a perpetual wave, so this wave it's not gonna go away. So you might as well, you ain't got a bandwagon ride. She's already a winner. You can justify supporting and being behind Hollywood Danny, Danielle Bennett. Okay, so we are at 8:43. So what are your goals and your plans for 2021? We know we can't really do, looking at 2020, but what have you seen?
So what I've been thinking is, and I'm just going to kind of reflect a little bit. So when we went to Utah, they didn't know who we were. Mm-hmm. They seen us. They knew Coach was a new coach. I'm an amateur fighter in their eyes, Mm-hmm. And Coach Bob as well. He's new to the pro game. Mm-hmm. And when we left, they knew who ATG was. And I feel like that's the goal, that everywhere we go, every state that we go, that we leave our mark.
Yes.
And we just keep going from there, and it keeps building, we keep winning, and we keep doing what it takes to win.
That's awesome. Team ATG, y'all. Team ATG. What are your projected plans for 2021, Coach?
I want to get at least 3 fights this year. At least 3 fights. I mean, if we can get more, that's good too.
That's good.
I want to stay busy. Last year was tough.
Man.
And it's already tough for the ladies to get fights,
Yeah, and then for the fights to keep getting.
Right.
Even the last one we saw got canceled or pushed back, and yeah.
That's tough on the body. Like, we were the first fight was scheduled for December 12th. We were ready.
Wow.
I mean, like ready. No injuries, 100% healthy. And then the postponement came, and it was like the body said, you know what?
We did all this.
Yeah, we gonna have to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
It shut us down a little bit, but it didn't stop us.
Yeah.
So I want at least 3. At least 3, but I want to push for 5. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, let's get it.
Let's get it. That is so exciting. And I go to my brother's house to watch the fight. So I have a brother, and we go to watch the fight. So I'm kind of glad we didn't pay for this one, because he'd have been cussing mad. He'd have been like, sis, really? So
some people got in, but some people didn't.
Yeah, somebody in a whole other country got in for free. I ain't going to put the country out there. I ain't gonna put the country out there. But you know, y'all, please make sure we can watch these fights, even if it's just Hollywood Danny's fights. I don't care.
Hey.
But I mean, so, and you said you got one more woman coming. You have any men coming up with against Grain Team ATG? Men or boys?
I think Coach Bob may have a few lined up.
Okay.
He will be the head coach of those guys.
Okay.
He brought them in.
Yeah.
I'll assist him like he's done for me, like with the girls. 100% I'm there for it.
Yes.
So we'll just do it like that. We'll see.
I will say that the view. How did because you were posting the view of Utah. How did going there and seeing that view help you with like even relaxing for the fight? How was it?
It was cool, and it just goes to show that I have two of the best coaches in the game. Like, so the day of the fight, they took me up as far in the mountains as we could go, and they made me shadow box to get used to the elevation. You know, like they put me in out of my natural element to prepare me for a successful fight. I feel like that alone helped me adjust, helped me focus, put the phones down, and we just got to kind of enjoy the moment, and it was a blessing.
Oh, that is beautiful. That's amazing. And you actually could feel that there was a difference when you go up in that mountain.
The car was struggling getting up there.
When you come back down, you can feel the difference.
Yeah.
You feel the difference.
And I will say that because we were able to go to Denver for my son to play football.
Yeah, man.
And my son was like, Mom, he was like, they should have the greatest athletes ever because it's hard to breathe. He was struggling. He did it, but he said it was hard to breathe while he was running up there.
Yeah, Coach Bob got the car and we went. We went up there far. We was up there.
I went on up there.
That is beautiful.
It was beautiful too.
That is beautiful.
Man, that's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, y'all were posting. You were posting the pictures of the place, and I said that scene alone, I know it calmed a lot of the severe nerves that you had.
It was quiet. It was just us. And then we knew we had something big coming, and we just prepared.
Team ATG, y'all. I'm not playing. Team ATG, Hollywood Danny. Y'all need to look it up. # I'm telling you. Y'all get ready. And I feel like, yes, there are not many videos of her fights, and there's a purpose for that. So, I'm messing with y'all about the videos, but there's a purpose for that. Because when like how they say you coming out the bag on them.
Yeah. I got some tools in the toolbox.
Got some tools in the toolbox. Yeah. They were like, oh, wow, really?
Oh, you can do that too?
You can do that. So, you can't prepare too much for what you don't know about,
She's getting sharp.
That's a beautiful thing. That is an absolutely beautiful thing. So, I see you still training with, what about the children's division with Boxing Ballerina? Will she have anything, or are they still just shutting stuff down? What's going on?
Hopefully. Nationals will go through in late March, early April. Hopefully they go through because she'll be down there on her birthday, so that'll be hype for her.
Yes,
she's ready to go. Hopefully it goes through this time. It was supposed to be December 5th through 12th, but COVID canceled.
Yeah,
she's ready.
ATG.
She's ready.
Team ATG, and you can tell. I can tell she's ready. She is just, and that's the beautiful thing. That's what I love, that she's got to train. She's got a big sister in boxing, because it's like she's really inspired by you, and she's trying to keep up. And
she inspires me. I'm trying to keep up with her most of the time. The girl's slick.
She's
good.
And y'all ain't seen Boxing Ballerina. She's a beast. Man. She is a beast, I'm telling you. And just as pretty as she want to be. So y'all better get ready. But here's the thing. This is what I love. I want you to shout out all of the women boxers that inspired you to do what you do and be the champion.
Yeah, Krista Shields, Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Michaela Mayer. There's a lot of good women out there. Jessica McCaskill. There's so many boxers that I have so much love and respect for, that I look for the opportunity to spar, to get in the ring. I look for the opportunity to one day that they know who I am, just like I know who they are.
Awesome. And we have an amazing question, which is going to lead us to the end. Our very last question, Mr. Forrest Tyson. Thank you, Mr. Forrest Tyson. He said, what is the story behind Hollywood Danny? You told us on the last show, but go ahead and y'all both can take your time.
She tell you.
how Hollywood came about.
Yeah.
So I used to be dangerous. Well, I'm still dangerous. Okay?
Yeah, she's still dangerous.
I'm still dangerous. But my mom actually beat breast cancer this past year.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations.
Thank you. And so we took a little mother-daughter trip for my birthday. It was her 50th, my 30th. She just beat breast cancer, so we went to Florida, and I was feeling myself.
You don't say.
Coach said you don't say.
Well, when I came back from that trip, I had a new name. It was Hollywood. Yeah, I was feeling myself in Florida.
She put out a video and put it in slow motion. And I'm talking about put the phone down, and it was like hair flying everywhere. It was in slow motion. I said, look at your new name is Hollywood.
And then it just fits. I mean, how the style, like
flamboyant, and I mean, she's.
You have to watch. You should have saw her after the fight.
Man,
she got the crowd on her side.
Yes,
it was crazy.
Yes,
it was still some little scatters of the people, the faithful.
Okay, yeah, of course.
The music, Danny got there like. The crowd's like, you know what I mean? It was
Hollywood, yes, the
fun.
favorite. It was fun. That is so awesome. That is truly awesome. See, I didn't know the story. Thank you for asking that question, Mr. Forrest Tyson, because that is an amazing story. Absolutely. And so we thank you. We thank you for representing Kansas City so well. We thank Team ATG for doing what you do and taking it serious and training your fighters. Give everyone your social media, please, where they can follow you on all platforms.
Yeah, so on Instagram, it's Hollywood_Danny, but make that Y and I, just like DANI.
All right. And Facebook, and do you have Twitter and all that?
Yeah, Facebook. I don't have a Twitter. Facebook, just look under Danielle Bennett. You see my coaches, you see me. You'll know it when you see it. Yeah, just follow me, man. Jump in, tune in now, because it's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. And Coach, please give them your social media where they can keep up with Team ATG.
Facebook is Courtney ATG Epperson. Instagram is ATG Grind. That's it. About two of those. Oh, no. My Facebook business page is Against the Grain LLC.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And I need y'all to get Twitters so that people can live feed from, Twitter, you can live feed from the, what's the name? Because, a lot of people get on Facebook and they start following and looking at other stuff and forgetting to post. But if they on Twitter, they can be like, hey, at you all and everything. Yeah. So we can live watch the fights when we can't watch the fights. Yeah. So but I want to thank y'all so much. It is 8:53, and I just want to thank y'all so much for coming through, because like you said, this is just the beginning. Team Hollywood Danny, and that's DANI, and then Team ATG. And I just am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful that Coach was like, hey, I got somebody for you to see.
And thank you. Thank you for all your support.
You're welcome.
Yes. KUAW. You guys are a blessing as well. And just thank you for being a part of our story, our journey.
And I want y'all to look. I'm going to find the video, the first video where Hollywood Danny was here. She was so nervous, and she was just sitting there like, okay. And now she's got that pro fighter swag.
She wasn't Hollywood Danny. She was Dangerous Danny.
Oh, okay. So see Hollywood. Okay. Now we, yeah. So, that is awesome.
That's all Coach Corey.
I love it. Well, thank you all so much for gracing the Lyne't Gray Show here on KUAW again. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Congratulations on both of your wins. This is amazing. Keep us updated on what's going on. Please get Twitters. And I just thank you all so much once again. We bless God for you being healthy and able to continue through the fight. And we thank you, Coach, that you listen and you do what's best for your fighters. Thank y'all so much. This is the Lyne't Gray Show here on KUAW. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom, Kansas City's first global community radio station. I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. You take care. Bye-bye.